Привіт, I'm Chuck Olenek, a Ukrainian-American who was baptized with the name Yaroslav, and that's also the name I use in the historical reenactment group, the Society for Creative Anachronism. When I retired from teaching, where I used to dress up for whatever time period we were covering, I decided to kind of, reinvent the process of what I did in the classroom. And because I still have the garb, I like to dress up and talk about things of the past. So what I've been doing of late is putting together videos on Slavic mythology and folklore, and also Rus or Ukrainian history or Russian history. And I've been putting them up on my YouTube channel, which would be really nice if you subscribe to, by the way. And telling the tales of the past. So I have one that covers the Snake Ramparts, which Ukraine, which will be explained in the video, but it also connects with a previous video about Saints Boris and Gleb. I hope you stick with me. Some call them the Snake Ramparts, others the Dragon Ramparts, the Zmeiy Valy. These were defensive fortifications, trenches, and ramparts, some 500 to 600 miles of ditches and earthen ramparts topped with wooden walls, at times 20 feet tall and 80 feet thick. Many of these were created by the Rus under Prince Volodymyr and his sons, but there were many such ramparts before the Slavs ever arrived in this land. And there were tales to explain them. Who would tell us of the things of old, of the things of old, of the things that have been, of the Dragon Ramparts which wind through the land of the Rus? It is said that long ago, God was angry with the people of the south in the land of the Rus. He sent a terrible dragon as a punishment, and it began to wreak havoc throughout the land. Every day, a different family was obliged to sacrifice a son in order to satisfy its appetite. At last came the turn of the prince's son, and although many offered to send their own children in his stead, the dragon would not agree to this. So the prince's son was taken to the appointed place. While he awaited the dragon's return, an angel appeared to him, offering a means of escape. The princeling was to run away as fast as he could, reciting all the while the Lord's Prayer which the angel had taught him. The princeling began to run. For 3 days and 3 nights he ran, and every time he stopped to rest, to breathe, he stopped reciting the Lord's Prayer, and he could feel the hot breath of the dragon scorching him. On the 4th day, nearing exhaustion, he came to a smithy where the saints Boris and Gleb were forging the first plow for the people of that land. He ran into the smithy, and the saints banged the iron doors shut behind him. When the saints refused to give up the youth, the dragon began to lick the doors, and it licked 3 times. On the 4th, its tongue passed through the doors, and the saints trapped it with red-hot pincers. They harnessed the dragon to the plow they had labored upon, and began to plow a deep furrow, hundreds and hundreds of versts long, throwing up great mounds of earth, which in later years were known as the Dragon Ramparts or the Snake Ramparts, and kept the people of the Rus safe from the Polovitsi of the south. It was at the feast I heard this tale. There it was, I drank mead ale. Though it flowed down my beard, my mouth stayed dry, for never a drop passed my lips, swear I.